Hey guys, how's it going? We are headed up to Wyntour Gardens. Brent and I are going to go do a little tiny bit of plant shopping, somewhere I have not been in a very, very long time. It feels like most of this season I have not been up to Wyntour Gardens. So my plan for today is to refresh this window box. It is at the end of its life. It is very sad. It's done, and so it needs a refresh. So I'm going to pull out the Pachoas that are up here. They've kind of struggled this entire year. They had aphids multiple times, and they had spider mites. And they just have to go. I'm over it. So we're gonna get those pulled. I am going to leave the Dichondra and the Creeping Jenny because those are still really beautiful looking. So I just gotta find something that I can tuck in here. And then maybe I would like to go in with a few pumpkins, but I need something that can handle full sun. This area right now, it's very early in the morning and it's in shade, but in about 20 minutes, this is going to be full sun, and it's going to be full sun until sundown. So it gets that hot afternoon sun and it just like cooks. So I want to make sure that I get something that can handle cooking. So let's head up to Wyntour Gardens. Actually, we're gonna go get coffee and some breakfast first because it was a long night. Okay, we made it to Wyntour Gardens. I went and got a tea and Frank got a coffee, and now we're gonna do a little bit of plant shopping. I gotta find stuff for that window box, and I'm already seeing annuals that I want. But it's not the time for annuals. It's so not the time for annuals. Look at this tray of ornamental cabbage. Aren't these pretty? This is $12. They're all 12 bucks. Oh, they're so pretty though. This is the Osaka red. I think this is Osaka white. Yeah, these are all Osakas. They're so pretty. I love ornamental cabbages. And also, sorry about the tractor noise, they're working on this center island. So they've got all of their mums out. And I love mums, but they do not last. Aren't those such a pretty color? It would be so nice. I wish mums lasted. If you're gonna buy mums, you always want to buy them when they're more this stage rather than this stage. If you buy them in this stage, they're pretty much done. You'll get a few more small blooms, but if you get them in this stage, they will bloom out, and then you'll get them from beginning to end of blooms. So if you're gonna get mums, buy them when they're like tighter, or when you start to see them all looking like this. That's a really good stage. And look at these salvia. These are gorgeous. These are the Rockin' the Blue suede shoes. Oh my gosh, they're 19 bucks. They're huge and they're so pretty, and I keep seeing bees all over them. Look at, oh, they're really pretty. It is still looking so full here. There's so many plants. A lot of really pretty ones. I'm trying to think like fall, winter time right now. Oh my gosh, look at, they got a whole table full of proven winter stuff. All the bubble gums, it looks like. What is this one, raspberry? Oh, fuchsia, that's pretty. Who are you? Jazzberry. These are bubble gum. Next year I want to do more bubble gum. Well, I would like to do any bubble gum. I didn't do any bubble gum this year at all. What is that? Let's go over there. It says verbena cake pops. I don't know. Does that look like cake pops? This one looks a little bit different. I don't know. It says cake pops. Verbena. I don't remember them looking like that. Maybe I'm wrong though. So we are definitely coming home with some pansies. I think I'm gonna come home with some of these ones. Aren't those gorgeous? This is the Delta Shades pansy. So pretty. I love all the coloring on these. I want to come home with some of these. These might not go in the window box, but they're just so cute. And they have them in every color that you will need. So yeah, whatever you need. Even these white ones are super pretty. White flowers don't always do the best. They just kind of fade pretty quickly. I was also thinking maybe for fall time going in with some of these right here that are a little bit darker. Like these dark purple ones. These might be really pretty up in the front window box. Isn't that gorgeous? They look very red on camera. That one's actually very red, but they are very purple in real life. What is this one? This is the Majestic Rose Blotch. Might come home with some of those too. They have all of their foxgloves out right now, and I love foxgloves. I want to do a big, huge drift of them somewhere on the property. I want all of them. They're 17 bucks a piece, and this is the Foxy variety, and this is a really good time for me to plant these. Winter planting foxglove is kind of the best. They'll put on a ton of like root growth and they'll explode in the springtime. but for 17 a piece, I just don't know. I think I want to wait and see if I can find some smaller ones that I can still get planted. So I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to do in these containers. We still have 2 months left until we possibly get a frost. And so I'm thinking, like, do I just plant out some annuals that are going to be big impact color? Or do I go full fall and go with things like pansies, violas, kales, snapdragons, alyssum? What do I do? I don't know what to do. So I'm leaning more towards going with things that can handle full sun, and they've got some bubble gums here, and I'm thinking that I might just grab a couple bubble gums and plant those, because they did winter over for me 2 years ago. They wintered over for me, so maybe they'll winter over for me again. I don't know. I'm gonna keep walking around, see what else I find, but I'm not finding anything that's gonna handle full sun, that has color, that's just gonna be a big impact for fall. I don't know. Let's see what we can find. I've decided I'm gonna grab some alyssum, and then Brent has a tray of things. So this is what we're gonna do, is we're going to do the salvia and these petunias, and I will go over everything when we get home. So let's head back to the house now. We decided to stop at this place called Julia's Fruit Stand because they have all of their pumpkins out, and I think I'm gonna grab a couple small little pumpkins to just kind of tuck in, and maybe we'll grab some extra little fruit and stuff. So if you're in the area, check out Julia's Fruit Stand. We made it back home. Freya is out to watch. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you guys everything that I got. We picked up some pumpkins, alyssum, all the good things. Let's go over it. So we're gonna start with the salvia. This is the Rock and the Blue Suede shoes right here. And it is a full sun lover. It gets about 40 inches tall, probably about that wide also. And it's just an annual except for in zones 9 through 11. So that's my zone. This should winter over for me. So this winter time, I'm gonna cut it back pretty hard, and then I will pop it into the landscape, and I will be able to kind of enjoy it. These were, I think, $10.99 a piece, so kind of pricey. And then I grabbed 3 of the Super Tunia Vista bubble gums, and I mean, this is just kind of a tried and true. This is what I wanted to do. Earlier this year, when I was buying a ton of plants, I just couldn't justify spending $10.99, I don't know, April. I couldn't justify spending $10.99 per plant. And so I didn't, but of course now that we're coming to the end of the season, I'm like, dang, I wish I did. And so we're gonna do it because these things usually will winter over for us. There was one year that we had planted where we did our lavender hedge. This was full of them and they wintered over, and I got 2 years out of them. So I'm hoping that I can get 2 years out of this thing, or out of these ones. I bought 3 of them, 1 for each container, and then I bought 2 of the salvias just to kind of go in the middle of them. And then I'm gonna go in with a bunch of alyssum and just kind of tuck those in everywhere. And then also one of these little things of the pansies, violas. One of these violas, that's what I bought. Pansies, dang it. I always get them so confused. One's larger, one's smaller. Yeah. Anyways, bought one of those, and I'm gonna kind of just fill in. I don't expect these to get absolutely massive, but we do have days that are still in the 90s on my forecast. Every day is in the 90s on my forecast. So I expect some good growth out of these, but nothing like what would be happening by the end of the season. We still have 2 more months left in our growing season. And then I thought, to make it fall related, I would just go in with a couple pumpkins. So I bought some of these white ones and some of these ones that are so pretty. They're so dark. So I bought 3 of these, and I think I bought 5 of these just to kind of tuck in. I don't think I will end up using all of them, but I just thought that they were really pretty. I also bought, this is for another project that I want to do, ornamental kale. I love ornamental kale. What is on this? Oh, that's from the alyssum. I love ornamental kale so much. It's one of my favorites. And so I want to do kind of like a small border with these alternating colors. So I picked up 5 of these, and I think I have 4 of these. Yeah, there's a 4th one back there. So these are just going to kind of be like a small little border, and I think they're going to be so pretty. These are full sun lovers. We'll go over that on another video, but I cannot wait to get these planted. And then I also just picked up an extra one of these just, to be safe. So I think my plan for this is to pull out all the pechoas, and I'm going to try and save as much of this as I can, but I don't know. It'll definitely not look this full because I got some plants that I need to get in there. So I don't think it's gonna look this full, but I am gonna try to save some of it as much as I can. We will see. Let's get to work. so pretty there. I just got to get some soil. Brent's headed to the store to go pick that up right now. But I want to talk about this tool that I used. I do not recommend this one. I have the Felco one. It's way better. This one, the blade is very flimsy, and so it bends very easy. I have the Felco one. I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is, but I love this thing. It's for trees, for pruning branches and stuff. This was the first one that I bought, and then I invested in the Felco one. Game changer. Couldn't find it, but all I did was I went in because this was so root bound, and I just kind of like chopped it up. But because this one is so flimsy, I really should just start away. Like, you can see how bent the blade is on that thing. I sliced my finger open a little bit, not much. It's extremely sharp. I still recommend it. I still love this tool, but not this one. Buy the Felco one. I will link that in the description down below. It's much sturdier of a blade, so it doesn't like wobble on you. Like, let me turn the camera and I'll show you guys what happened. So I was holding the irrigation with my right hand because I'm left-handed, and I was coming in and I was sawing this, and the blade just kind of like bent like this. You see how much movement there is? So that just kind of like, one of these just nicked my finger, and each one of these is extremely sharp. So I just kind of like, I barely sliced my finger open. So just a PSA, but it is a really good tool. Highly recommend it. Now we're just gonna wait for Brent to get back, and then I'm gonna throw in some fertilizer because I'm not changing out all the soil because I don't think that the Creeping Jenny would survive that. We're just gonna change out some of the soil. So yeah. Waiting for Brent to come back with soil, and then we're gonna fertilize. And I am still out of the fertilizer that I wanted to use, but I have this little teeny tiny bag of fertilizer. I think I've used it once, and I don't like it because it's very powdery. I like more granulated. This stuff is like dust almost, but it is an organic fertilizer, and it's all purpose 555, and something's better than nothing at this point. So we are going to throw in some of this, and then I am also going to go in with a little bit of this. This is what we do with all of our annuals, every container. So they're going to get kind of a double feeding today. They're going to get the water soluble. I love this stuff. I hated having to order it off of Amazon, but I've just kind of decided that that's just what needs to happen, is I need to just buy this stuff off of Amazon. This is how I saw everything perform the best. I had done a video about fertilizers not too long ago, and I had said that I was going to switch to a all organic fertilizer, and I was going to switch to what I could find locally, which was the Fox Farms. But the guy that was selling my fertilizer, he closed down his business, and he now sells tires. He's a tire shop, so he doesn't sell any fertilizer. So the fertilizers that I can find locally are, I can't find the Espoma, I can find the Plant Tone, Rose Tone. I can find all of the tones locally. I can actually even find BioTone locally, which is kind of crazy, at the Ace Hardware. But I needed something that was like a weekly feed, and this is it. So I just get this off Amazon. I will link this down below, and I will link that blade down below. Highly recommend the blade if you need to get into a container. Done. It is hot. It is currently 90 degrees. It is toasty. It feels so weird to be putting pumpkins out, but welcome to California. So let me turn the camera around and I will show you guys how it looks. I'm actually very pleased with it, and I wish that I had done something more vibrant in the springtime. I loved the Creeping Jenny and I loved the Dichondra Silver Falls. You win some, you lose some. It's fine. So we have the bubble gum right there. I think that that's going to be so gorgeous. A couple little pumpkins tucked in. The black ones totally disappear on camera, but they're actually kind of nice. I really do like them. The salvia, super gorgeous. That's going to fill out this space. And I still have months left in my growing season, so I should be totally fine. The alyssum, I'm expecting to fill in the hole here, and same for there. And it's going to kind of cover where the dichondra was. I couldn't keep the dichondra. It was just too woven in, and it was growing along the entire thing. Actually, I had pieces growing up into the window, which was kind of crazy. And this was super root bound, but whatever. And then I've got one pumpkin there, two pumpkins there. I should have grabbed one more pumpkin. I don't know why I didn't. Good thing the fruit stand is only 10 minutes up the road for me, and I'm going to be picking up plenty more pumpkins. That's where I buy all my pumpkins from. So the alyssum, gorgeous. And then these 3 bubble gums, I think it's just going to be so fun. Like I said, and I just think it's going to be so fun. We've got a couple months left in our growing season, so those should fill out quite nicely. I am expecting this one to at least fill out this area and this one to fill out most of this area. It is pretty root bound, so we will see what happens. I'm expecting them to sprout out some with the fertilizer and with the new little bit of soil that I did. So there should be plenty enough food, and I am, after this, I'm going to go ahead and give them some of that liquid feed. I just, I want to go inside. It's hot. Thanks for going and doing a little bit of plant shopping with me, doing a slight refresh on these containers. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for visiting our garden, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.